They want to eliminate what they call the deep state. The deep state is a cadre of professionals dedicated to honoring the Constitution, the laws of this country, and carrying out the policies of the Congress and the President. The deep state dedicated to carrying out the policies of the President. The deep state dedicated to carrying out the policies of the President.
The deep state, huh? Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Let's talk about the deep state and more. Tulsi Gabbard claims to be a former Democrat. That's right, she was a Democrat. She even ran for the presidency as a Democrat in 2020. Tulsi Gabbard. She is now saying the United States government is being run by an unelected cabal. A powerful unelected cabal that's made up of what? Democrat elites and the military-industrial complex. Well. It's called the deep state, sweetheart. When you were part of it, you served it, you promoted it, and you were too stupid to see it. I trust you not. Folks, we've been watching for years and years and years and years and years. And people here are just now realizing it. Well, it's kind of a welcome to the party, pal moment. And welcome to the Prepared Mind channel, where we have been talking about shit hitting the fan and that you need food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, and a means of self-defense. All with your plan about what you're going to do, your area. You are surrounded by a 10-mile radius that has people in it that are going to make your life either worse or better as things boil down, folks. We're boiling down. We're boiling away the weak, and we're starting to see what is left. You're seeing desperate, evil Democrats. You're seeing desperate, evil terrorists, illegals, Antifa, BLM. They're out there, folks. And we were not so stupid we couldn't see it. They warned us. They told us we're going to get a pandemic, and we did. They're promising it again. They promised it again, folks. There's so much more coming. So much more. Now, John Voight. Does anyone know who John Voight is? I do. He's an actor. A Hollywood actor, right? And he warns, hey, if the cackling hyena whore Kamala wins the election, civil war may break out. Once again, you and I, we have warned for years where this is leading. You cannot legislate away our rights. You cannot use a court to steal the liberties of Americans and to take our country, our republic from us. They can try, but we don't have to accept it. It says so right there, right here, in the cute little U.S. Constitution, and there it is, the Declaration of Independence. How about that? Yeah, the Declaration of Independence, where we say we have the right and the duty even to get rid of, well, tyrannical government. And if you don't think Kamala isn't a tyrant, you just wait. She's already promising how she's going to fix you, fix me. She's already promising it, folks. They're doing many things just like what Kamala wants around the world. You bet. You bet they're doing it. Let me give you an example. A nice old man in England, folks, a nice old elderly man has been arrested for what is being termed malicious communications. His crime is malicious communications. You mean similar to what Nancy Pelosi did when she told us, right? The protests were good in 2020. Kind of like Kamala Harris, vice president and current presidential candidate, said that protesters should keep doing what they're doing, and she raised money for them and helped them get out of prison, jail rather, post bail, so they could go out and do it some more. That would be malicious communications, don't you think? So what did the old man do? He mocked the transgender flag. He didn't pick out a flagget on the streets. No. He didn't. He wasn't picking on flaggets. He was picking on the flag. He mocked it. He made fun of it. He doesn't like it. Well, I'll tell you what, England and the rest of the world, and even the deep state, I will mock the flag, the fruitcakes. I will mock the deep state. I will mock Democrats, rhinos, politicians. I will mock bankers and corporate CEOs. I don't give a fuck. I will mock them all day, all the rest of my days. I cannot, nor will I allow my speech to be silenced by freaks with mental disorders or an overbearing government. I'll say what I want and want to say all I have. These people, folks, they're fucked up in the head. Arresting an old man for his opinion that hurt no one. Fuck the English government. Fuck the communists, folks. They're coming for us. They're coming for us. Am I lying? Am I exaggerating? Get this, folks. Tim Walz. He is the governor of what, Michigan? And he is now going to be Camel Toe's running mate. And he said this. Are you ready for this? This beautiful quote coming from a sack of shit. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Only a stinking, evil, retarded communist would make stealing sound so friendly. So fuck you, Governor Walz. And trust me, folks, he will not share his wealth with others, but he will make everyone else share theirs. He will. And he's going to call that theft. Right? Democrats call that theft, that mandated at the end of the gun of a barrel of a gun. They call that neighborliness. No, it's wealth redistribution. It's wealth confiscation. It's communism. Yeah, I mean, one person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Oh, so socialism is theft. I mean, I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. I've tried being nice. I have. I really have. But there's no sense in it. There's no value to being nice to these people. Literally. There's no value to it. You know what I'm talking about? Right? How long have we been nice? How long have we tried getting along? How long and how many times have we given in and said, okay, fine, to the fruitcakes, to the commies? My whole life has been, well, we need to compromise. Well, they just want to be treated as equals. No, they don't. No, they want to come for your kids. They even said so. They're evil, they're perverted, they're twisted, and they're satanic. Folks, give Governor Tim Walz. Well, back in 2020, he campaigned for Senator Amy Klobuchar, who is another pile of shit that was so boring that it was disgusting. But Tim Walz did not campaign for Biden. He did not campaign for Harris. He backed someone else. But now he's going to be the vice presidential candidate. You know why? Because he is a stinking, smelly socialist. He's an old, white communist. And they think that's going to attract votes. I mean, they think they're going to get Senator Bernie Sanders, right? I'm going to take everyone's money and give it to the illegals. That's how it works. That's what government's here for. These people are morons. And like Trump, his response to Governor Tim Walz being nominated as the VP, he said, thank you. Right? Because he's an old, white communist. Thank you. Bring it on. Just bring it on, you fucking assholes. Jeez. I mean, hey, make sure your ammo is good. Keep it dry. Right? Make sure your guns are oiled, in good operation. Make sure your optics, if you have any, are clear, clean. There's going to be trouble, folks, and it's going to come from the left. I'm not promoting violence. I'm not recommending you take action that's violent. I'm saying expect the left to get violent. The left. Something really happened today that just made me sick to my stomach. I believe it's in India, Pakistan, all over the Far East. Muslims are attacking people. This isn't England I'm talking about, not Ireland or Wales and not Scotland. I'm talking about India, Pakistan, the Far East. They're being attacked, murdered. Hindu shrines and churches are being burned. Chaos, absolute chaos is happening. I'm calling this a Victoria Nuland, Blinken, Biden CIA color revolution, right? In Bangladesh, right? In Bangladesh, there is bloody mayhem. Muslim mobs are massacring Hindus. They're trying to topple the government there if it's not already toppled. And I guarantee you, folks, I guarantee that the CIA is using jihadis to do this evil. Yes, folks, remember, Al-Qaeda was a CIA covert terrorist group created for just such a purpose. And so was ISIS, and so was IS, and who knows who else out there was created, trained, funded, supplied, and given a mission by the CIA. Good job, Bush. Good job, Obama. Good job, Biden. Good job. Good work, Clintons. All of them, folks, they're CIA. And it continues to do so. People are being murdered. Lives are being ruined. And I don't forgive those people that are starting it. Yep, the people on the streets, folks, radical Muslim jihadis. Jihad Joe is out there doing his thing. You know, Jihad Joe, this guy, these guys. Yep, that's them. That's our good buddies. I've been showing you this picture for a while. Ah, John, you're exaggerating. Ah, John, you're just trying to get people riled up. John, you're just a racist. No, sorry. Not a racist. Nope, I'm not an Islamophobe. No, I don't fear Islam. What I fear is their murdering ways. Totally murdering ways. People are waking up around the world, folks. Oh, truly they are. In Nassau County, New York. I wonder what Governor Hochul is going to think of this. I'm sure she'll use one of her executive orders, the same way Camel Hose would love to use executive orders to steal your guns, silence you and censor you, penalize you and fine you if you don't play along and get along. But in Nassau County, New York, they passed a bill that said face masks are illegal in public spaces. How interesting that is. Because back in 2020, they made face masks mandatory. Remember that? You better wear a face mask. You better wear a face mask. Put it on or we'll throw you out of the store. If you don't wear a face mask, you can't do nothing. You can't go anywhere. Fuck all these people. Now they're saying, hey, they're illegal. Why? Because terrorists wear them. Terrorists, terrorist protesters, protester terrorists, right? Palestinian terrorist protesters. You following me here? Right? We're getting it. We're getting it. And so people who were wearing masks, face mask activists were forcefully removed from the meeting at Nassau County because they wanted to wear their masks. They passed the rule. They wouldn't take their fucking masks off. You see, that's what these terrorists want. Now, trust me, these guys, Jihad Joe and all his buddies, they won't wear face masks because they're so radical. But the chicken shit, lily-livered, white, liberal sacks of shit, they want to wear face masks. You want to know why? I'll tell you again why. They don't want their identification known. They want to attack people, commit acts of terror, murder, arson, looting, etc., and not be found. And at some point, these liberal white women, they're going to want to marry a conservative with a job. So they need to hide their identity in the fact that they're complete sellout loser whores as well. So that maybe someday they'll find a guy that'll, well, take care of them. But for now, they want to cause all the trouble they can. Look out. I have zero respect for them, folks. I will make fun of them. I will put them down. I will point them out. We have no responsibility, you and I, no responsibility to respect these people, to give them what they want, to give them a modicum even, a tiny amount, a smidge of respect or any of our care. After what they've done to this country and what they want to do and still do, what they're trying to do, we're supposed to give a shit about them? Not a fucking chance. Not a fucking chance. I hope you've got your questions down below. Folks, understand, I am not a radical. I believe in liberty and freedom. I've read the Federalist Papers. I've read the Constitution. I've read the Articles of Confederation. I've read the Declaration of Independence. I know what they say. I know what they meant. I know them in spirit and the letter of the law. We are getting screwed over by Washington, D.C. And you're like, tell me something I don't already know, John. Yeah, they know it too. They've been lying about it for over a century. You need a driver's license. You need to register your car. You can't buy this type of gun. You can't do this. You got to do that. You got to have an identification. Do you think they had ID cards 150 years ago, 200 years ago? No. Now you have to have an ID card. Why? To vote? No. You don't need one of those to vote. No, not at all. How do they know who you are and where you live and what district you're supposed to be in if you don't have an identification card? Well, that's just for white people driving their cars. But when it comes to voting, look out. No need there. We don't want to disenfranchise illegal criminal aliens who are up here stealing our money, raping women, killing girls, selling drugs, stealing cars, breaking into houses, assaulting people. We don't want to stop that. And speaking of, stealing, killing, lying, and everything else, Tommy Robinson, who is the English Alex Jones, he said this about Elon Musk, who is the CEO of X, Twitter. He said they will try to kill Elon Musk. That's right. Tommy Robinson says they're going to try and kill him. You and I, all of us, already know. We already know what? They're going to take another shot at Trump. It's coming. Now, whether they get the shot off or not, we don't know. That's kind of out there. Are they going to even get the shot off? They want it. All of their supporters want it. They want just one more crack at it. They're hoping and praying for one more person to have enough brains to get close. They're hoping and praying the Secret Service will allow the opportunity to happen one more time. Folks, Tommy Robinson said they'll try and kill him, right? He's saying that Elon Musk, the CEO, is taking on the Prime Minister Keir Starmer of England. right? He's calling him out. Musk is. And Muslim mobs are hunting down British patriots with help from the English police. Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of England, is selling out his country. And all the politicians that put him in place in their parliamentary system, folks, the ministers of parliament, their House of Representative types, guess what they do? They vote who gets to be the president. The prime minister is what they call him. They're all ministers of parliament, but he's the prime minister. And he's destroying the country. He has threatened white or any color conservatives in England with arrest, prosecution, jail time, if they so much as speak up about all of the Muslim mobs massacring and murdering and assaulting and stealing and raping and robbing the English people. And the English people have had enough. And I'll say this, right? I'll say this. Any policeman that will trade the liberties of his countrymen for a paycheck is a sack of shit. Zero respect. Folks, the police in England are assisting the Muslims. The jihadi scumbags, these guys. They're assisting them, protecting them, and they're arresting Englishmen, English women, conservatives who are out there trying to save their country. England is this close, folks, from erupting in a full-blown civil war because the government is doing nothing to help the people and is doing everything it can to create more lawlessness, just like the United States did with what? Oh, the St. George Floyd bullshit. You bet, folks. You bet. In fact, Elon Musk is not just battling the screwball leader of England. He's going after an advertising cartel called GARM, right? So Elon Musk, X, has filed an antitrust lawsuit against them, against the advertising cartel GARM, because they have, this is what Elon Musk is arguing, they have coordinated a, quote, illegal boycott. And he says this is what Elon Musk said. We tried peace for 2 years. Now it's war. Now, I'm glad he's calling it war because it is a legal war. And what he's claiming is that the advertising cartel GARM has committed or violated the rights of X and Twitter and its shareholders. Remember, X, Twitter, is not owned exclusively by Elon Musk. There are shareholders. It is a publicly traded company. And their illegal boycott, the games they're playing, it's interesting, folks, but this is the deal. It has always been war. It has always been war with these social media giants, these big tech companies. It's always been war with these woke corporations before they came up with the word woke. It's always been war with them. The fruitcakes, they're, oh, we just want to be recognized. We just want to get married. We just want to have the same rights. We just want to adopt children. We just want children to be available as sexual toys because we're just minor attracted persons. You try stopping that, right, and saying child prostitution is wrong, it's illegal, it's a crime, and who comes out and fights against that? The fruitcakes. The fruitcakes, the LGBTQI people say, well, we're being discriminated against. Well, stop raping and trying to rape children, you bunch of fucking freaks. But that's who they are, folks. It's been a war the whole time. But back then they had little bullets and little attacks. And now everything is huge. And we are all seeing it. Hey, Musk, it's always been war. And I'm glad that you have finally realized it and you're willing to do something about it. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the fucking party. Now, before I turn the show over to you guys, I want to talk to you about more conspiracy. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is evidence of the conspiracy. Are you ready? The crime scene, that is to say, where the shooter, the would-be assassin of Trump, the crime scene was compromised. Yep. The crime, and this is it's all coming out, folks. And the autopsy of the would-be assassin, it's being withheld from the public. You want evidence of a conspiracy? I'll give it to you. We've been talking to it, right? What the fuck is going on here? It takes 15 seconds to respond to a shooter. You see someone on the roof with a gun and you don't engage with them? Right? The policemen at the Parkland High School, the policemen in Uvalde, they're being charged with crimes for failing to do their jobs. Why the fuck isn't the Secret Service, the SS, why aren't they being charged with crimes? They should be. They have not just made a couple of mistakes. They have made egregious, massive errors in security, in everything. What did I say the other day that happened? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just happened to erase all the radio records. Right? They keep that. Right? This call is being monitored for your security and customer satisfaction. They record things. They keep it on file. They listen to it. They review it. It's kind of important, right? How many times have you heard a police recording of a caller? Oh my God, police, 911, help, help. What can we do for you? Where are you at? What are you doing? What's the situation? Well, I'm at this 12345 Pine Street in Portland, and there's people outside my house with torches and pitchforks, and they're demanding to have sex with children. I want you to do something about it. Okay, we're going to send an officer over, right? And they save that. And then the chatter between policemen on their radios, it is saved because it's evidence that can be used in court, right? The cop's like, holy shit, these guys are assholes, right? I'm going to have to protect myself, right? They're threatening my life. They're coming at me with the batons. Bam, 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 right? And they're on beep, 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 beep. Yep, they're covering all that. Can you hear them screaming at me? They're going to kill me, right? They saved those recordings. But in the case of the President of the United States, former President, Donald Trump, the would-be next president, Donald Trump, he gets shot through the fucking ear. Missed him by this much. Instead of the ear, it could have gone right through his eyeball, 2 inches over. From here to here, 2 inches. If it had gone through his eye, folks, look at my ear. He got shot right up here, same level as the eye. Gone right through his fucking eye, through his brain, out the back of his head. It'd be a whole different world. No, it's fine. Go ahead and fuck with the evidence in the body on the roof. Get up there the next day with a hose and hose down all the blood. Don't tell anybody what the caliber weapon was. Don't tell them how many rounds were fired. We're going to keep all that a secret from you. Lie, cheat, and steal. The roof was too slopey. Oh my God, it was too steep. The person that was supposed to be on that roof guarding it was like, it's kind of hot. I'm going to leave. You're not on the fucking sun. You're not on the equator. You're not in Mexico. It's Pennsylvania. Yeah, it gets hot. That's your job. Fucking unbelievable, folks. Now they're withholding the autopsy results. Why? What are you hiding? What the fuck are you people hiding? All right, there's been an assassination attempt. Everyone just go ahead and leave. We don't care who you are. Just go ahead and leave. Why didn't they get pictures of everyone's ID as they went out? Have them walk in front of a camera and get a picture of them. Hell, they got pictures of everyone at January 6th. Been arresting people for 3 fucking years. Old ladies, old men. Oh, Ray Epps caught on camera, how many, a dozen fucking times? Shouting for violence, trying to promote violence, telling people to riot and attack. He's the only cocksucker that wasn't arrested. And they're like, leave Ray Epps alone. Why? He committed felonies. Right? Assaulting police. I'll leave that Ray Epps guy alone. It smells to high heaven is what it smells like, folks. These people are all fucking liars. Every last one of them. All right, I guess I've probably droned on enough. Wouldn't you say, man? Let's do this. Let's have some fun and see what you guys want to talk about. Here we go. Breathe, John, breathe. Just breathe. Best thing we can do is be ready. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and your plan. Get ready, folks. There's going to be a lot more coming. A lot more coming. Mr. Awuman, we've got Jolene. What do we want to start with, right? And yep. Chin Music sent me the governor, by the way, the governor's quote of neighborliness. There is nothing in the Constitution about the government being authorized to steal your money in the name of neighborliness. Nothing there. All right, where are we going? Who's going to be up first with the on the screen? And it is Chin Music. And he says, CISA put out a memo today warning about DDoS and cyber attacks on election day, but that it won't affect the integrity of the election selection, is what he wrote. Trust these motherfuckers. They're telling us, they're forecasting, they're preparing us mentally by saying, yeah, there's could be DDoS attacks. It's a cyber attack to shut down networks, to shut down servers, cyber attacks, viruses. But don't worry, if they attack the election machines, it won't affect the integrity of the election because they'll have receipts. They'll have the ballots all saved. Oh, the same receipts, computer receipts, the same ballots that since the 2020 election have been hidden from everybody, especially from lawsuits claiming that cheating happened. Oh, some of them have come out. Some of them have come out. And what did they say? Oh, yeah, we got more voters than there are people registered to vote. We have the same people, hundreds of people living in the same address. Some people vote multiple times. Animals, dead people, people living in other states, illegals. It's fine. Let them vote. Why? Right? I'm starting to believe that unless you're a property owner and a taxpayer, right, you shouldn't be voting. Right? You should be an American citizen. You get 1 vote. If you're a taxpayer, you get 2 votes. And if you own property, that's 3 votes. Right? I don't own property. Nope. I'm not going to pay the government to live on my own land. I'm done with that shit. Right? Yeah. Before over 100 years, there was no property tax, folks. There was no income tax. There was no sales tax. There was no property tax. Period. Government just made that shit up. They just made that shit up. Chin Music says, I can't stand those fucking people. Every part of my life that's been made harder than necessary was done so by them. Democrats, rhinos, scumbags in government. He says, up to and correcting all the lies they've told my own child. For fuck's sake. It's way past time. I'm telling you, Mr. Music, it's coming. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. It is coming. Okay. Let's do this. Let's have some more fun, shall we? Let's have some more fun. Mr. Uman, Jolene, who is up next? And it's Heidi says, we need a hacker to make sure that it can't cheat with Dominion. Yeah, we need our own hackers. Here's an idea. Paper ballots. You show your identification. You get your name checked off the list. That's it. You go write stuff in, and someone counts them. No Dominion voting machine needed. It's unbelievable, folks. These fucking people. They're going to cheat. Get involved. Once again, do your part, please. Get involved. Go to your local Republican Party headquarters. They're not really that hard to find with the internet. Not hard at all. Tell them you want to volunteer on election day. You want to volunteer to canvass. You want to volunteer to go door to door. You want to volunteer to hand out signs. You want to volunteer to hand out Make America Great Again stickers, hats, whatever it takes. Make your opinion known and understood. Yeah, we got cyber attacks coming. Yeah, you bet they have cyber attacks coming. Anywhere that Trump is going to win huge, they're going to attack. And by the way, everyone remember that the Michigan governor, the scumbag vice president nominee for the Democrats, guess what? The 2020 St. George Floyd riot started in, everyone together, Minnesota. It started in Minnesota. That's where it all began. The burning, the looting, the murdering, the raping. You betcha. All right, Jolene, who wants to step up next? And it's Ooman wants to step up next. He says, the more I read about Gouverneur Walz, the more I am disgusted by this jackwagon. He makes Gouverneur B.J. Pritzker of Illinois look like a radical right lunatic. Oh, yeah, folks, these fucking commies, like the one in Washington State and Oregon and California, they're all the worst people on the planet. Governor Hochul, right? Governor Hochul. Unbelievable. Right? Governor Walz. There's Walz in Minnesota, right? And then we got the Michigan governor, right? Gretchen the Grinch, the bitch who kept locking people up and locking down the public, making them wear masks, telling them to go home, shutting down their businesses, screwing people over. And the more they protested, the longer she did it. Fuck her. Folks, get pissed and then take legal action. Get involved. Right? And that's great. Now, I mean, if you don't want to do that, you can't do that. You're afraid to do that. I get it and understand. Share the internet address and share it with everybody. Go on social media and spread it and say, come to the Prepared Mind and listen. Wake up, America. Get prepared. What is going on in England and Europe and now in India and Bangladesh, it's going to come here. It is. And we're being warned. We're even being warned by Muslims in America. They're warning us. Right? There was a claim that crates of weapons are being distributed amongst the illegals. Isn't that interesting? Now, this just fucking popped up. The FBI is raiding Representative Andy Ogles. He's a Make America Great Again Republican, folks. Why are they raiding him? Because campaign donations, right? They're raiding him over campaign donations days after he defeated the Rhino. And wow, the FBI is right there. They're going to question his campaign donations? What about Kamala Harris? She doesn't have any campaign donations. Joe Biden did. Just unfucking believable. Unbelievable. And it's going to get worse. Now, I'm going to get to your questions. I've got something huge for you guys. You're going to fucking laugh your ass off. More, please, Jolene. Chin says, when I look at the country now, I see that scene late in Animal House when they smashed up Dorman's car. And they said to him, you fucked up. You trusted us. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, folks, they will go scorched earth on us. But get this, the Democrats are losing their shit. There was a coup d'etat, folks, in 2020. There was a coup d'etat in 2020 against Trump. They cheated in the election. They stole it. They fabricated lies. They said Trump caused an insurrection riot. He didn't know such thing. Mike Pence, vice president, fucked us all over by certifying that fucked up, lying, cheating, stealing piece of shit election certification results. It was wrong. But there was another coup that just happened, folks. It happened to the Democrats in Washington, D.C. The coup was run by Nancy Pants Pelosi. Oh, you bet your ass. 90 proof Nancy. Wino Nancy. She threatened Biden. She told him, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. Right? Or did she say, we'll do this the easy way or the hard way? Right? They muscled him out. Well, guess what? Trump says that Joe Biden is going to try and take back the nomination at the DNC. He says, I hear there is a big movement to bring back Joe. I find that fascinating and interesting. You fucked up. You trusted us. The Democrats are infighting because Kamala is that bad. And getting Gouverneur Walz in there, he is an extreme communist sack of shit. And the moderate liberals and if there's any such word, the moderate Democrats, they're not liking any of this. Thank you, Chin Music. It is. It's late in the movie. It's late in the party. And it's going to get wild. When I say wild, I don't mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a good way. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Judicial Watch is set for a $30 million wrongful death lawsuit over Ashley Babbitt being murdered on January 6th, 2020. Good. Sue the fuck out of them. Okay. Jolene, who wants to step up next here? Who has something to say? It's Mikey G. He says the chicken shit deputy that went up the ladder was threatened and he ran away. Should be prosecuted. I agree. By the way, there was a policeman who 30 seconds before Trump was shot at was radioing the Secret Service, the SS. The Nazi SS was told there's a shooter here. They had 30 seconds to get Trump off the stage, and guess what? They didn't. They let him stand up there, and he took a fucking bullet through the ear. You want conspiracy? I won't give you a theory. I'll give you facts. I'll give you facts. Folks, we're running out of conspiracy theories because they're all being proven right with facts. Facts. And he is a chicken shit deputy. Right? These guys will, just like their English brethren, will beat the shit out of little old ladies, old men who make fun of flags, flaggots, the flag of the flaggots. They'll arrest conservatives. They'll arrest people with jobs who have nice cars and houses, but they won't approach a criminal. Now, the ones that do approach criminals and take care of the criminals and remove the criminals and erase the criminals, I like them. Those are my kind of deputies and policemen. But the ones that run away from a long-haired geek who wants to kill the president, it's not going to get my vote, folks. That dude's a criminal. It's criminal negligence, leaving a man with a rifle on the roof. He's responsible for the hole in Trump's ear, as well as the people who were shot and the one man who was killed. And he, along with the other people that couldn't manage to figure out what to do with everybody around them screaming, "There's a guy on the roof with a gun." Sheesh. All right. Yes, chicken shit deputy. That's generous, Mikey. Thanks, man. All right. Jolene, who do we got next? Where are we going? Who's got something to say? And it is name redacted. He says they need a conflict as an excuse to react the way they want to react for the final consolidation of power. Now, what name redacted is speaking of here is a conspiracy theory. The idea that those in power will either allow or cause serious conflict, serious danger, serious mayhem to happen so that they can benefit from it. That sounds like a conspiracy theory, right? Well, there's actually a name for it. And it was created centuries ago by a guy, just a regular Joe. No, he was a philosopher. He was a political philosopher. And it's called the Hegelian dialect. Create the problem, let the problem fester and get really bad, and then offer the solution when the people demand something be done. Well, the Democrats have caused illegals to pour into this country. They've rewarded it. And now people are screaming, "Get them the fuck out of here." But the Democrats actually don't want to do that because there's other conflict. Just bringing them here is a problem, but they haven't fulfilled their purpose yet. They need conflict from these people to create massive chaos so that they, the Democrats in government, can benefit from it by fixing things. And how do they fix things? In England, you have all of the immigrants attack the white people, chase them down, hunt them down, beat them with sticks, kick them, punch them, stomp them, beat them with 2x4s, stab them with knives, axes, spears, and swords. That's what they're doing in England. They're putting their immigrants that hate white people, hate Christians, and hate our culture, hate our religion. They're being put to good use so that the English government can have more power and take away more rights. No making fun of faggots, folks. Nope. Can't make fun of the faggot fag. Faggot flag. The flag. There's a lot of F's around here. All right. Name redacted. Hard to be wrong, right? You need to be prepared. This is the Prepared Mind channel. We need to be prepared. We need to be willing to take action. If you're not willing to stand up and tell people what's happening out here is wrong and it needs to be fixed, then when things get really wrong in your neighborhood, are you going to have what it takes to stand up for yourself at that point? I tell you what, if there is a criminal causing malicious mischief, mayhem, chaos, I will protect myself, my bunker. I'll protect my neighborhood, my community, and my state. I will take whatever action is deemed necessary to correct the chaos and violence being caused by these liberal fucksticks. It would be my honor to live up to the expectations of our founding fathers that the men of this country would protect it from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Jolene, next. We have Jolene. She says, this is from Big Chungus. He says, don't get complacent. Cackles is already even in the polls. Cackles, he means the cackling hyena, camel. He says, vote like this country's life depends on it, because it does. I agree 100%. There is no getting complacent. Not at all. See, the more communist they become, the louder we need to get in response. They just nominated another communist to be on the ticket. We need to be out there screaming even louder, waving even bigger flags, talking to even more people, demanding that everyone go vote. Okay, Kamala's a giant socialist communist piece of shit who got into politics on her knees with another woman's husband. That's how she got her introduction into politics, folks. Right? That's how she did it. And here she is, years later, dumb as ever and communist as ever. Nobody likes her. I do not believe she's even in the polls, Mr. Chungus. The mainstream media would like to report that. There is no excitement and enthusiasm for her. She had 68 fucking people show up to her rally in New York. New York, folks. How many millions of people live in the New York area? 10 million, 12 million, 15 million in the greater New York area. And 68 whole people showed up. No one gives a shit. They had to pay disgusting, sleazy whores to come and do their rap music at a Kamala Harris fundraising / rally event. And as soon as these stinking, disgusting, filthy whores got done singing about their pussies, people left. They did not stick around to hear what Camel Toes had to say. She is a disgusting, vile piece of shit. Say it, folks. Start saying what you're thinking. The more people are saying it, the more people will hear it. She is not good for the country. She is not our friend. She was not helping. She's not just another politician, right? She is the death of this country if she is elected. Don't be complacent. And don't believe the fucking polls. Just do your job. Be an American. Wake people up. Tell them to get ready and tell them they better get out and vote. They better vote like it's the end of the country if we lose, because that's true. It is the end of this country. This is our last chance. Why do you think I am cussing so much and so animated and pissed off and mad? Because this is the end of it, the last opportunity to stop these fuckers. Right? If Kamala's in there, the fighting starts. And it won't end. It's going to look like England. It's going to look like Europe. It's going to look like Bangladesh. All right. I think we got some more. We got some more. Jolene, who's up next? Okay. Good golly. Badass Diving Frog says, John, after watching Camel Ho do her cackling woke statement or whatever you call it on that show, I ran out and bought 300 rounds of ammo. Good for you. Ammunition, folks. The American people are the most well-armed people on the planet en masse. 600 million registered weapons are here. How many millions of unregistered weapons? How many other weapons of war do the American people have? We should have whatever we want. We should. If you use it in a crime, you go to jail. That's how things are supposed to work. Woo! 300 rounds. Well, sounds like a combat load to me. What are you going to do for day 2, Badass Diving Frog? Yeah, that's scary, folks. Imagine having to go through 300 rounds in a day. What do you do the next day? Well, I know that in hunting season, you go out and you put your tags, right? Be sure and tag them and bag them and take their stuff. Crazy world, folks. It's absolutely crazy. Cackling whore. That's what she is. She is the word salad mistress. What do you think? Am I way off on this? Are things just fine? No problems at all? Or do you think there's something extremely wrong with what's going on? Extremely wrong. Crazy stuff. Who wants to be next? Have we got some more? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We got Uman. He says, you can identify the white liberal soy cucks in the pro-terrorist protest by the keffiyehs they're wearing. Yeah, I find it fascinating that the white liberal kids whose parents are in the middle class or better that hate this country, but they'll wear the keffiyeh to cover their face. Look at their skin, right? It's coming. Bring it on. Right? I'm not hiding my face. This is who I am. I live in Florida. There's lots of us here. I find it fascinating that these people think they're going to do well. Oh, man. Crazy business. Did you hear that a federal judge has ruled that Google is an illegal monopoly and it violated the antitrust laws and they have abused their search engine monopoly? Okay, the federal judge ruled that. Where's the penalty? And the penalty is how many billions of dollars should it be? It should be billions of dollars. You want to fund the government? Take Google's money from them that they get. Take YouTube's money that they get by stealing money from me and every other conservative. They call us creators, content creators. All the money they steal from us by running advertisements and paying us nothing. They steal ad revenue and pay us nothing. I don't know. I'm just disgusted with these people. They are absolute thieves, folks. Absolute thieves. All right. I think we got one more, says Jolene. We're coming up to the end of the show. And she says, a fraction of the amount of wrongdoing on display is enough to put you away. But because it's them, go get some pie and coffee. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Go get yourself a donut and a cup of coffee and let the left-wingers just do whatever the hell they want. If I do any one thing, I would be arrested and have the book thrown at me. If I did anything wrong, if you did anything wrong, they would lock your ass up. They really would, folks. Now, I want to leave you guys with some more good news. Trump is going to have, Elon Musk over. And they're describing what is going to happen as a major interview. I think Elon Musk is going to step up, folks. I think he's going to be offered a position in the Trump administration. I think they're going to look at cutting bureaucracy, getting rid of people, privatizing what it is the government claims it's supposed to do with its authority. That is going to drive the liberals nuts. I'm not the world's hugest Elon Musk fan, folks, but he's learning. He's figuring it out. Anytime he says something they don't like, they promise hatred of him. They try destroying him financially. They try fucking him over. If there's one thing that should drive you over to the side of liberty and freedom, it would be what's happening today. Yet how many Americans cower in their homes? Cower in their homes. They won't step up. They won't do anything about it. Well, that's most people, folks. But I'm talking to you guys, and I expect more from you because, you know better. And if you see how bad the risk is, how big the danger is, then we should all be willing to do something. So let's get it done. chance favors the prepared mind is yours. It is Taco Tuesday. I'll be back 0:30 in the morning. And I know between now and then, some wild, crazy-ass shit is going to happen. Semper Fi and God bless America.